Ellie lungeth forward, his boots skidding on the polished palace floor. The guard's staff whistled through the air, aimed at Prince Kiri's midsection. Ellie shoved the boy aside. The staff cracked against Ellie's forearm. Pain exploded up his arm, but he held position. Teeth gritted. Prince Kiri tumbled back, wide-eyed, his iridescent scales flashing teal with shock. The spatting guard froze mid-swing, his mandibles clicking in alarm. Around the audience chamber, courtiers gasped. Ellie straightened, shaking out his throbbing arm. "It's fine, kid," he muttered to Kiri. "Just a love tap." The prince scrambled up and latched onto Ellie's sleeve with both small hands. His voice rang out clear in high court dialect. "Dad." Silence crashed over the chamber like a dropped shield. Ellie's stomach dropped. Kiri's grip tightened. Oblivious, Queen Silene Bay rose from her throned dais, her elongated neck arching forward. Her multifaceted eyes locked on them. "Hold position," she commanded, voice slicing the air. Guards snapped to stillness. Courtiers halted mid-whisper. Ellie felt every gaze boring to him, a human mechanic, sleeve clutched by the alien hair. Chancellor Rune Tal stepped from the shadows of his alcove. His robes whispered as he bowed precisely to the queen. "Majesty," Rule sighed, toe smooth as oiled hinges. "Succession security protocol demands immediate detention of the liaison. The prince's utterance constitutes a lineage breach." Kiri pressed closer to Ellie's leg. Ellie kept his hand steady on the boy's shoulder. Captain Jessa now moved to flank them, her armored tail flicking once. She eyed Ellie's bruised arm, then nodded fractionally. "Not yet, Chancellor," Jessa said. "The human intercepted a clean strike. Let's hear witness." Run's crest flared. "Witness?" The child named him progenitor in open court. Optics shatter. Factions still already. Ellie scanned the chamber. Whispers bubbled from clustered nobles, their antennae twitching. He spotted 3 advisors huddled near a viewport, exchanging data slates. Political beepers, it dubbed them during his months here. They tested him before. Sabotaged the shuttle repair to gauge his skills. Ed fixed it in half the cycle time. Now this. Queen Silene descended 1 throne step. Her voice carried absolute calm. "Ellie Mercer explained the incident." Ellie met her gaze. Her eyes shimmered like cut opals, weighing him. "Practice spar, Majesty," he said evenly. Kiri wanted to watch the guards up close. Staff swung wide. "I stepped in." Kiri tugged his sleeve harder. "That protected me," the prince insisted, still in dialect. Like always, courtiers murmured louder. Room seized the opening. "See? The bond corrupts. A soft-skinned outsider poisons the heir's lineage. Exile him now or risk throne challenges." Ellie felt Kiri tremble. The boy had lashed onto him weeks ago, after Ellie jury-rigged a failing hover chair during a diplomatic feast. Simple fix recalibrated the grav coils with human tools. Kiri had watched, fascinated, then shadowed him ever since. Call him friend at first. No, this slip. Queen Silene's tail curled thoughtfully. "Jessa," she said, "your assessment." The captain tickled Ellie slowly, scanning his arm. "Bruise forming," Jessa noted. "No break. Human bone density held against a Bay-grade staff. Move it faster than protocol drill speed." She tapped her comm. "BDS con confirms. Adrenaline surge. No enhancements. Poor. Reflex. Rune. Hist. Irrelevant. Protocol overrides nothing. Silent cut-in. Mercer serves as liaison. East repairs stabilized the eastern grid last cycle. Competence proven." Ellie stayed silent, hand light on Kiri's back. The boy looked up, eyes pleading. A noble near the back stood. "Majesty, the outer houses decree Haumant. This family claim imbits invasion narratives." Murmurs swelled. Ellie clocked Rune's subtle nod to the man. Framing in motion, Jessa leaned in. "Chancellor, you cleared Mercer's betting. Now you pivot?" Round's mandibles snapped. Circumstances evolve. Silene raised a clawed hand. Silence fell again. "Ellie Mercer," she said, "the prince's word binds no law. Yet it reveals truth. Speak your intent." Ellie glanced down at Kiri. The kid's scales had settled to soft blue. Trust color, he'd learned. "I fix what breaks here," Ellie said. taught Kitty basic mech skills, protected him when needed. No schemes, jaws. Kitty beamed. That showed me wrench turns. Laughter rippled, quickly stifled. Run advanced, Majesty. Convened the Succession Council at once. Protocol Article 7, external bonds, threaten purity. Silen's eyes narrowed. Ely sensed the shift, her posture tensed, weighing thrown against heart. Footsteps echoed from the side arch. A guard entered, saluting sharply. Outer transmission, Majesty. House Krell demands audience. Titad's human taint on the hair. Rune's crest spiked in triumph. There, they said, the fracture begins. Kitty clutched Ellie tighter. Jessa positioned herself between them and the Chancellor. Secure the human, Rune ordered her. Detain until council. Jessa hesitated, glancing at Xiling. The Queen's tail lashed once. No, Xiling declared. Mercer remains. Jessa, escort the prince to chambers. Ellie, with me. Courtiers erupted. Rune bowed, but his eyes burned. As you command. For now, Ellie scooped Kitty up as Jessa approached. The boy buried his face in Ellie's shoulder. Thanks, Dad, Kitty whispered in Trey tongue. Ellie's heart twisted. Jessa gripped his elbow, firm but guiding, not restraining. They moved toward the Queen's private lift. Behind, Rune rallied whispers. Ellie caught fragments. Coop leverages. Purge the soft skin. The lift doors hissed shut. Xiling faced him, expression unreadable. You treat my son as kin, she said softly. Why? Ellie set Kitty down gently. Jessa stood watch. Kid needed someone steady, Eli replied. Humans do that. Fix problems. Carry without strings. Xiling's claws flexed. Our ways differ. They bond through rights, not acts. Your normal upends courts. Kitty hugged Ellie's leg again. Mom, Dad stays. It fixes everything. Xiling knelt, touching her son's crest. Perhaps, she murmured. The lift dink, private audience level. Jessa scanned the hall. Clear, Majesty. They enter Xiling's sanctum. Holo displays flickered with alliance maps, threat assessments. Red icons pulsed over border houses. Rune's doing, Ellie guessed. Xiling activated a secure line. Captain, lock this chamber. No intrusions. Jessa nodded, sealing the doors. Ellie knelt to Kitty's level. Go with Jessa Cham. Practice those wrench turns later. Kitty pouted, but obeyed, trialing the captain to an alcove play space. Xiling turned to Ellie. Truth, woman, do you seek power? Ellie met her gaze straight. Dai, no, Majesty. Who's the place where I fit? Protecting him fits. She studied him, antennae quivering. Achime interrupted. Emergency, override. Rune's face appeared on hollow. Majesty, council convents in 10 cycles. House Krill fleets mobilize. The human must answer for corruption. Xiling's jaw tightened. Ellie's mind raced. Spotted a console glitch, faint flicker in the threat feed. Sabotage. Wait, Ellie sighed. Your border scan's tampered. See the lag? He tapped keys. Human fast. Code scrolled. Rune's marker. Ellie confirmed. Exaggerating threats to force my hand. Xiling's eyes widened. Proof? Ellie routed the log. Here, rooted. Through his alcove proxy. She absorbed it. Jessa whistled low. Bold move, Chancellor. Kitty peeked out. That fixed it. Xiling straightened. Trust me to council, she ordered Jessa. Full exposure. The captain complied. Rune's holo blanked. Cut off. Silence. Then alarms blared. Palace, breach. Jessa drew her stun lance. Intruders, she barked. Chancellor's faction. Xiling grabbed the scepter weapon. Ellie? Shield Kiri. Scooped the prince without hesitation. Doors buckled under plasma charges. Wars, loyal to Rune, pouring. Ellie back to the wall. Kiri shielded behind him. Jessa charge. Tile lashing. Xiling fired precise burst. Dropping two. Ellie scanned for exits. Van great, human-sized. But Kiri couldn't fit. A guard lunged at them. Ellie sidestepped, tripped the attacker with a boot hook. The guard crashed into his comrades. The armored Balan slammed into two others, plasma rifles sparking on the floor. A yanked the vent grate free with bare hands. Metal groaned under human grip strength. Kitty, climb on my back. Hold tight. The prince scrambled up, small claws digging into Ellie's shoulders. Dad, they're coming. Got you. Ellie boosted into the duck. Kitty's weight light as a backpack. Alarms wailed behind. Blaster fire scorched the wall where they'd stood. Captain Jessa's voice echoed. "Human, flank left. I'll cover." Ellie crawled fast, elbows scraping alloy. Heat vents hummed. Valen Palace guts ran hot. Kitty whimpered, but stayed silent. "Good kid." They spilled into a service bay. Ellie dropped Kitty behind crates, scanned for threats. Empty. Air ripped a conduit panel loose, sparks flying. Jessa, service level 3, east conduit. Clear. Air, stun, lands crackled over comms. On it. Queen holds the chamber. Silent scepter hummed through the link. Ellie Mercer, report. Safe. Venting hit to slow them. He jammed the panel, blocking pursuit. Steam hissed out. Jessa burst in. Tile coiled. Rifle smoking. 2 wards flanked her. Loyalists. Breach contained. Rune's men routed. Your band play bot time. Ellie slid Kitty down. The prince hugged his leg. Dad saved us. Jessa eyed the boy. Then Ellie. Counsels. Exposed. But you're still a variable. Come here with me. She cuffed his wrists, like restraints, not hostile. Ellie nodded. No fight now. They marched through dim corridors. Kitty trailing with a guard, Palace thrummed with repair drones. Jessa shoved Ellie into a sealed interview room. Bar walls, 1 table, holotablet locked down. Strip him, she ordered her subordinate. The ward patted Ellie down efficient. Tools gone. Multi-tools, earpiece, even boot knife. They left his clothes. Jessa dismissed the guard. Door sealed. She leaned on the table, yellow eyes piercing. You flag runs, Sabotage. Save the feed. But Kitty calls you Dad. Translator, glitch, or ploy. Ellie sat calm. Glitch. Show you. She slid the tablet over. Unlocked. Prove it. No access to networks. He tapped fast. Baylan script bloomed. Phrase tree for familiar terms. Your translators map protector to sire in child dialects. Umandad lacks direct analog. It nests under guardian with affection. Lines restructured under his fingers. Branches shifted. Sire, detached from that equivalent. Demo played Kerry's voice. That fixed it. Now watch. Ellie faded through the parser. Output flipped. Guardian, fix it. Clean. Jessa's crest flared. Surprise. Efficient rebuild. Dran, plain. You fed the boy false loyalty scripts. Lies. Ellie pushed the tablet back. I fixed things. Translators, borders, bents. Kitty latched on. After I pulled him from that fountain trap. No scripts. She holstered her lance. Results speak. But Queen defeats. Stay put. Door hissed open. A royal page waited. Captain, Majesty summons the human. Private audience. Aid excluded. Jessa uncuffed Ellie, Mophie. Ellie followed through gilded halls. Fewer guards now, tension thick. Whispers trailed. The off-worlder. Runs full. They entered silent sanctum. Minimalist, throne dice, star maps pulsing on walls, no ostentation. Queen Silene stood alone, scepter at side. Jessa bowed out. Ellie stopped at the mark protocol distance. Majesty. She tickled him slow, tail tip flicking, sharp, features unreadable, but her scent sharpened. Stress pheromones, faint to human nose. You appended my counsel, exposed Chancellor Rune, shielded my son. Practical, Ellie sighed. Threats don't wait, her eyes narrowed. Practical. Yet Kitty clings, calls you dad, optics fracture alliances. Houses whisper of human influence, soft conquest. Ellie met gaze, steady, not conquest. Carry. She halted, close enough to feel her warmth. Bay lands ran hotter. Loyalty test, direct. She tapped her scepter. Olo bloomed. Exile decree. Prepped. Leash contract. Bonded servant. Tracked. No autonomy. Choose. Exiled to Ream worlds. Or leash serve Kitty, but mine to command. Throne stability demands it. Ellie studied the holo. Words clear. No status. No family claim. Whose chains or banishment? Kitty's face flashed. Curious eyes trusting grip. Neither. He said, flat. Silen's crest shot up. Explain. I stay if I keep Kitty safe. No title. No leash. Trade him like people, not prince. Fix what's broken. Translators. Tech. Whatever. You decide when I go. Silence stretched, air tile coiled tight. Humble demand. Why trust you unbound? Ellie shrugged. Results. Ask Jessa, or watch next breach, she paced. Star maps flickered, Krell fleet still loomed, Rune's exaggeration peeled back but borders tense. You presume much. Humans, adaptable, would be then Ayer's bond for life. Kitty's laugh echoed from memory, founting rescue small hand in his. Ellie pushed it down. Action, not words. Silene stopped. Counter. Brove in crisis. Krell vanguard props tomorrow. Join Jessa's strike team. Protect, forward outpost. Succeed, you stay free. Fail, exile. Done. Door opened. Jessa waited outside. Outpost Alpha. Down cycle. Ellie nodded. No bravado. Who's work? But as he exited, Kitty darted from a side hall. Evaded his nurse. Dad, you stay? Silene sighed, waved the boy in. Ellie knelt, guarding you. Always. Kitty hugged fierce, claws pricking shirt. Silene watched, expression warring duty. Jessa pulled Ellie away. Amory. Gear up. Corridors blurred. Ellie's mind ticked. Baylan stun lances too bulky for humans. Edmod 1. Outpost schematics. Leaky shields. Runes work. Alars. Quietet. Palace healed. But whispers grew. Human unbound. Dawn cycle hit. Shuttle thrummed. Jessa at helm. Ellie checked his rig. Stripped down lands. Human multi-tools smuggled back. Outpost status. Hot. Krell drones probing. Shields at 40%. Airtight blessed. Runs. Runes sebashed his tablet to shuttle console. Fingers flew, recounting power. 80% now. Jessa glanced. Fast. They drop hot outpost under fire. Baylan troops hunkered. Drones swarmed, plasma lancing. Ellie hit dirt rolling. Lands barking. Drop 2 drones clean human. Aim predictive bursts. Jessa flank. Cover left. They pivoted, shield bashing a drone into scrap. Kitty's safety hinged here. No room for error. Troops rallied. Human leads breach. Ellie waved them off. Blank. Don't bunch. Baylan's excellent precision strikes. He directed flow. Shields stabilized. Drones retreated. Outpost held. Jessa slapped his shoulder. Provet. Shuttleback silence hollow waited. Report held. Jessa said. Ellie's mod saved it. Queen's eyes locked on Ellie. Terms accepted. No leash. Protect Kitty. As family, not servant. Ellie exhaled. Understood. Kitty waited in bay, bouncing. That home. Silene knelt by her son. Estays. For you. Ellie scooped the prince. Wait, familiar. Balas. Stabilized, but eyes watched. New alliances forming. Rune cell loomed distant. Victory keyed. But Krell fleet's massed true now. Next test brewed. Jessa grinned. Welcome to the nest, human. Ellie nodded. Earned, 1 fix at a time. Ellie duck under the archway, boots echoing on polished stone. Palace etiquette drills waited no rest after the outpost run. The instructor, a wiry Veylan with silver frills, thrust the data slate forward. Man. Bow sequence. Low crest. Tail sweep. Klaus saluted. Execute. Ellie nodded once. It dropped into the bow, forehead brushing knee level, then swept an imaginary tail left. Claw salute followed, fingers curled like talons. Precise, it drilled it on the shuttle right back. Again, the instructor snapped. Faster. Royals demande perfección. Ellie repeated. Muscle memory kicked in from Month's planet side. Baylan's prize form. One slip signaled weakness. Held the final pose. Sweat beaded under his collar. The instructor circled. Adequate. Now, the blade right. He extended a ceremonial dagger hilt engraved with Baylan script. Sheath gleamed. Honor for defenders. Ellie eyed it. Haven't earned that. Gasps rippled from observing aides. The instructor's frills flared. Refusal? It's protocol for outpost saviors. Not mine. Ellie straightened. Blades for blood sworn. Im liaison. Tixer. Not sworn yet. Murmurs grew. Aides whisper into comms. Ellie ignored them. Pride meant nothing if it broke trust. He'd protect Kitty his way. Tools first, symbols second. The instructor sheathed the blade. Stubborn soft skin. Dismissed. Aid summons you, Ellie exhaleth. Drill's done. Palace halls. Blurred as he jogged toward the nursery wing. Kitty's domain. Playroom fused with vault. Bureau locks hummed at every door, keyed to royal pheromones. Ellie! Kitty's voice pierced the corridor. The young prince battled out, frills bouncing, tiny claws snagging Ellie's sleeve. 4 years old, all energy and trust. Play, fix my glitter, Ellie scooped him up. Glitter first, then stories. Kitty's weight settled familiar against his chest. The kid smelled of sweet plasma residue. Tinkering again. Kitty wriggled, pointing. Nursery, secret moth I made. Ellie followed, Kitty dragging him by the hand now. Nursery doors loomed, triple-layered alloy, etched with guardian words. They parted for Kitty's touch. Bioscan, beep, green. Inside, toy mechs scattered. Holocene flickering, mid-battle. Kitty dashed to a corner panel. Watch. Boosted thrusters. Ellie knelt. Show me the wiring. Kitty yanked at loose conduit. Sparks flew. Alarms wailed. Doors slammed shut behind them. Red lights pulse. Biolock engaged. Parental guardian detected. Unverified bond containment protocol. Ellie froze. Lock sealed them in. All of this place is lit. Pheromone mismatch flag. Kitty's mouse tripped a deep protocol. Warden key only for blood family. That? Kitty blinked up, frills drooping. Stuck? Not for long. Ellie scanned the door panel. Forcing it risked shredding the biome matrix, permanently lock out royals. It pulled his multi-tool. Smuggled back from the outpost, still humming with fresh patches. Stay back, buddy. Kitty huddled close. Fix it. Always. Ellie pried open a maintenance hatch beside the door. Wire snake, power relays, pheromone scanners, emergency bypass, Valent tech, elegant but rigid. Woman's jury rigged better. Fingers danced. Erritut auxiliary power from the Holocene, breaching the Guardian verify loop. No brute force. Clean shunt. Dormir Kitty's bond as proxy verified. Click. Doors hissed open. Green lights resumed. Kitty whooped. Ellie magic. Ellie ruffled his frills, just plumbing. Heart pounded steady. Close call. Palace's eyes watched everything now. Footsteps echoed outside. Chancellor Rune strode in, datapad glowing. His frills lay flat, cold calculation. Captain Jessa flanked him, hand on stun lance. Intriguing. Rune sighed. His voice sliced precise. Biolock keyed to you, woman. Unbidden. Ellie stood tool vanishing into his pocket. Kid's toy shouted, Fix! Clean! Rune tapped his pad. Recording captured every beep. The lock's parental guardian pinged on Ellie's proximity. Nursery cord doesn't lie. It claims you as kin. Illegitimate. Throne protocols forbid. Kitty clutched Ellie's leg. Ellie's family, Mum said. Rune's gaze flicked down, unyielding. Queens decide. Courts in force. Jessa crossed her arms. He bypassed without damage. Skill, not sabotage. Skill embeds threat. Rune turned to Ellie, explained the bond trigger. Ellie met his eyes. No explanation. Protects the kid. That's my job. Rune's pad chimed. Feed uploading to council nodes. Council convenes. Queen chooses. Claim the soft skin or excise the anomaly. Kitty whimpered. Ellie knelt, shielding him. Rune swept out. Jessa lingered. Watch her back. The cordings twist. Truth. Ellie nodded. Always do. Corridors blurred. As Ellie carried Kiri to the queen's antechamber, guards parted. Siling waited on her dice, tile coiled tight. Their eyes, sharp amethyst, locked on them. Kiri buried his face in Ellie's shoulder. Door said Ellie's dead. Siling's frills twitched. She rose, gliding close. Pheromone scanners in the walls hummed. Council already fed her the clip. Ellie set Kiri down gently. Accident. Fixed it. She started him. Locke recognized you. Guardian bond. My sons. Tech glitch. Ellie kept voice level. Kitty trusts me. That's enough. Council murmurs leaked from side bends. Rune's allies. Threat to lineage. Alien claim destabilizes alliances. Silene silenced them with a gesture. Earclaw traced Kitty's frill. He calls you family. Palas records it so. Ellie shifted. Don't need titles. Has to keep him safe. Her gaze softened fractionally. Tile brushed his hand. Beilan intimacy. Heart sees power grab. Hun pushes exile. Bote sways. Jessa entered, saluting. Outposts fits confirm. Ellie's mods held shields. Human competence. Rune followed, bad extended. Biolock provide core protocols. Who taught him Beilan matrices? Ellie stayed silent. Arguing fed the frame. Silent paced. Ellie Mercer. You refuse blides, fixed nests. A nest. My son latches. Palace divides. Kitty tapped her robe. Keep Ellie. He beats drones. Laughter rippled brief. Silene knelt. Choices buying thrones. Council chamber, doors ground open. Delegates filled in, frills aglow with agendas. Rune took the fore. Queen, the human breaches sacred wards. Exile preserves purity. Silent faced them. It preserves my hair. Debate ignited. Ellie stood by Kitty, hand on the boy's shoulder. Competence spoke, now politics tested. A delegate rose. Proof of bond, scans don't lie. Run projected the clip. Ellie's approach, Locke's ping. He engineers kinship. Ellie leaned to Kitty. Your move matters, kid. Kitty straightened. Ellie saved outpost. Fix shuttle is mine. Silence fell. Silene's eyes met Ellie's. Decision rude. Drune pressed. Exile no. Krell fleets. Mass stability first. Jessa countered. Human stays. We win wars. Silene raised a claw. Enough. She turned to Ellie. Neo. Headed. Palace held breath. You protect the skin. Her voice carried. I claim you. Family. No servant. Cheers mixed with hisses. Rune's frills flattened. But his bat chimed again. New alert flashed. Krell bangward breached outer nets. Real threat. Inbound. Ellie rose. Time to work. Silene gripped his arm. Together. Rune watched. Plotting. Framey failed. This round. But recordings lingered. Next blade fell sharper. Queen Silene yanked the ornate chair beside Prince Kitty. Sit, Ellie Mercer. Family table. Ellie dropped into the seat. Crystal goblets gleamed under hovering glow orbs. The grand hall buzzed with nobles, frills flickering in shades of intrigue and envy. Kitty bounced beside him, tiny claws tapping Ellie's knee. Ellie ate the glow fruit. It sparks. Not now, kid. Ellie scanned the table. Chancellor Rune sat across, eyes like data probes. Captain Jessa flanked the queen, her armored frills rigid. Silene raised her goblet first. Tukin claimed. Toastability forged. The hall echoed the toast. Goblets clinked in a cascade. Ellie lifted his, filled with tart fizzing nectar. Kitty mimicked, giggling. A noble at the table's end, Lord Vexar, sneered. Each frills pulsed crimson. Ellie caught the glare but focused on Silene's nod. She wanted optics. Public proof. Drink deep, Silene sighed. Bonding toast seals vows. Ellie tipped the goblet back. The nectar burned sweet. Is it the down wrong? Too firm, clinking louder than the rest. Beckshot shut up. Oh man, you clash the bow cup? Challenge to caretakers, right? Gasps rippled. Frills flared across the hall. Ikiri clutched Ellie's arm. No fight. Ellie good. Ellie froze. Custom glitch. Translators missed the nuance. Clink meant challenge here, like slamming a gauntlet. Beckshot drew. A ceremonial blade hilt glowing. I claim the heir's wardship. Duel now. Silene's claws tense on her goblet. Rune leaned forward, frills smug. Jessa's hand hovered near her stun rod. Ellie stood slow. No weapons. No backup. Hold. Miss Riet. No duel. Bex had advanced. Custom binds, caretaker's bow or death. Haldor sealed with a hiss. Wards flanked the table. Kitty whimpered. Ellie's mind raced. Human fix. The escalate with terms. Not death. Contract. Oman safety pledge. Bexar paused. Bled midair. What pledge? Ellie pulled his wrist pad. Holo screen flickered to life. Measurable duties. It protect Kitty. Track results. No bague reads. Seeing or stand down. Nobles murmure. Rune's frills twitched. Silene watched. unblinking. Jessa stepped closer. Terms. Human. Ellie typed fast. Screen projected 1. Escort Kitty to all sessions. No incidents. 2. Fix 1 palace system. Daily. Roof. Flock. 3. Teach Kitty 1 human skill weekly. Survival focus. 4 threats hourly. Action verified. Breached. Ego. Authority holds. Ellie extended the pad. Captain Giza witnesses. Queen approves. Bex blink. Frills dimmed. Paper shield. No. Jessa snatched the pad. Scanned lines. Practical. Destable. Beads blood. She signed with a claw tap. Temporary. 30 psychos. Protect or perish. Silene nodded sharp. Accepted. Sit, Bixer. The noble sheathed his blade. Muttered curses rippled, but chairs scraped back. Kitty hugged Ellie's leg. You win. Paper beat sword. Ellie exhaled. Patchy met first duty. Log glow fruit sparked on Kiri's plate. SP at the piece. Eat. Spax mean safe. Servants wheeled in platters. Ellie chewed the fruit. Electric tang hit his tongue. Kitty chattered. Teach knife throw. Human way. Tomorrow. Ellie eyed Brune. Chancellor typed on his slate. Frills plotting. Sailing leaned close. Her voice dropped. Clever shield. But whispers grow. Ellie nodded. Heard the alert. Krell. Vanguard? Air claw gripped his wrist under the table. Rune uses it. Frams you as weakness. Jessa slid beside them. First test now. Kitty's play chamber drone jammed. Fix it. Ward him there. Ellie stood.
Kiri tugged him toward a side arch.
Eyes bud. On their backs, Vex glowed. Brune's slate pinched. They entered the chamber. Holodrones weird, erratic, stuck in loop, sparking. Kitty pointed. Bad drones. Dapped me yesterday. Ellie knelt. Pop the panel. Wires. Fuis. Species. Diff. Your power searches fry circuits. Hey Jank spares from his belt kit. Human jury rig. Splite. Tested. Drones smooth. Kitty clapped. Ellie magic. Jessa watched from door. Locked. Duty 1 success. Alert. Blevret. Palace white. Krell. Probim bound. Outer. Nets down. Ellie straightened. My shuttle fix bought time? Jessa nodded. Bowers. Run. Calls council. Clemens Umen delay imbits them.
Kitty froze.
Scary ships. Ellie scooped him up. Not today. It tapped path. Duty 2, 3 to report. Probe scout. Ham their signal. Jessa's frills approved. How? Human. Hammer. Portable. Ellie slotted a crystal into his path. Pulse. Emitted. Silent to palace scans. Console pinhead. Probes. Bertov. Jessa check feeds. Gone. Clean. Kitty beamed. Ellie beats drones. Real ones. Sailing entered. Report. Jessa saluted. Human holds. Plexworks. Queen's eyes met Ellie's. Warth flickered. Rare. Rune burst in behind her. Probis? Fled? Suspicious. He waved his slate. Recordings show human access to. Nets. Saboteur? Ellie tensed. Kitty clutched tighter. Silene turned. Proof? Rune projected. Ellie's earlier shuttle hack. Time-stamped wrong. Doctored. He called them. Jessa growled. Forge? Truth. Rune snapped. Ellie's pad synced feeds. Real locks popped. Team stems lie. Check hash. Jessa crush check. Rune's frills wilted. Error. Silene silenced them. Pledge continues. Ellie warts. Kitty yawn. Story time? Human 1. Ellie carry him to cautions. Once Kit ran from wolf. Build trap. 1. Kitty's eyes widened. Silene sat near. Watched. Jessa posted guard. Rune retreated, but slate chained. New message. Deeper frame ready. Aid vulnerable. Ellie caught the flicker. Night deepened. Palace tenses. Next dawn. Kitty shook him awake in the family wing. Ellie, listen. Ellie rolled from the pallet. Queen assigned beside hare's nook. Knife throw? Kitty nodded fierce. Ellie fetch phone blades. Palace yard waited, framed by shield walls. Nobles gathered distant. Bexar among them. Uman teaches air? Bexa scoffed. Ellie ignored. Balance blade. Grip loose. Throw shoulder, not arm. Demoed. Hit center. Kitty tried. Wheeled miss. Ellie adjusted stance. Again. 10 throws. Hit. Kitty whoop. Jessa log. Skill transfer. Success. Siling. Observe from balcony. Nodded. Brune approach. Pledge. Binds you. Fail once. Exile. Ellie met his gaze. Results don't lie. Drone hummed. Palace of feet. Kitty waved. Evening feast. Ellie at table again. Goblets raised careful. Knucklings. Siling toasted proper. 2 pledges kept. Bixar. Soft check. Kitty leaned. More fruit. Ellie served. Watch runes frills. Plot thickened. Allet pierced all. Krell vanward. Full breach. Fleets inbound. Siling stood. Council. Run ceased. Humans jams provoked. Exilium. Purge weakness. Jessa blocked. He jammed scouts. Save us time. Kitty yelled. Keep Ellie. Ellie gripped boy's shoulder. Bad ready. Pledge duty. Protect. Siling eyed him. Trony teteret. Decide fast. Rune's slate glowed. Final frame uploading. Ellie spotted code glitch. Wait! Explosions rocked outer walls. Real war hit. Explosions rattled the feast hall. Shards of crystal goblets sprayed across the table. Ellie dove under it, yanking Prince Kiri down with him. The boy's frills quivered against Ellie's arm. Stay low, Ellie barked. Scanned the room. Queen Siling crouched behind her thrown dice. Captain Jessanal drew her pulse rifle, barking orders to guards. Chancellor Rune clutched his slate. Frills flared in panic. Kitty whimpered. Ellie, quiet, breathe. Ellie pressed the boy's head to his chest. His own heart hammered steady. Human reflexes kicked in. No panic. Justa says. Outer walls breached. Krellban warmen boarding parties. Palace shields flickered red on the nearest hollow screen. Jessa's voice cut through. Oh, non-combatants to core vaults. Ellie, you bless protection. Get the hair there. Ellie nodded. Scooped Kitty up. The boy latched on like a limpet. They bolted for the side corridor. Nobles scattered. Drones whirred overhead, beaming feats to every slate. A new alert blared from Run's device. Intruder footage. Human compromises security. Ellie skidded to a halt, all projected mid-air. Grainy feet from the family wing. Him, looming over Kiri's nook last night. A hand on the boy's shoulder twisted to look like a grab. Kitty's face blurred, fearful. Ellie's voice dubbed low. You belong to me now, Kitty gasped. That's not... Ellie didn't say that. Rune's voice boomed from speakers. The human grooms our hair. Coercion for leverage. Exile him. Now. Siling's eyes locked on Ellie across the chaos. Dope flickered in her golden irises. Ellie's jaw tightened. Fake. Obvious edit. But the hall erupted. Novels hissed. Frills rigid. Jessa hesitated. Riffle half lowered. Captain, Ellie shouted. Cover us. I need raw sensor logs from that corridor. All timestamps. Jessa blinked. Human demanding palace data, but she nodded sharp. Transmit to his pad. Priority Alpha. They ran. Cryo blasts shook the floor. Ely shouldered through a side door. Kitty clinging. Family wing loomed. Pallets askew from the shake. He dumped the boy behind the shield wall, then patched his pad to the grid. Raw blocks streamed in. Drone footage, unedited. Ellie entering at 22:47. Helping Kiri with a nightmare. Hand gentle on shoulder. Voice clear. Easy kid. Who's the bad dream? Back to sleep. Timestamps mismatched. Edit clip jumped from 22:47 to $23 to $23. Ellie cross-reference corridor pressure grids. Airflow sensors tracked everybody mass. East path. Steady 85 kilos through East Bend. Kiri's nook registered one occupant until 23:05. No analysis. But the edit inserted a shadow. Fake mass spike at 2250. Courier pressure showed empty hall. No second figure. Ellie built the chain of custody report. Pulled metadata hashes. Edit points glowed. Splice at frame quarter to 72. Audio overlay from a Scout jam file. Rune's access code, embedded sloppy. Kitty peeked out. You fixed it? Not yet. Ellie gripped his pad. Stay put. Explosions muffled now, just as Deems sealed the breach. Ellie is printed back to the council chamber. Guards, part it. Silene stood at the head table, Rune beside her, slate linked to the main hollow. Lethal threat to the hair, Rune declared. Nobles nodded, Bexa smirking. Ellie shoved forward. Queen Silene. Raw data. She waved him up. Cool gaze assessed. Rune's frills twitched. Ellie synced his path. Olo bloomed, side-by-side footage. Original clean. Editor version highlighted. Red lines at cuts. Timestamp fraud. Pressure grids confirm. No one else in the corridor. Audio dub from my scout jam yesterday. Your code, Chancellor. Frame 1472. Gasps rippled. Jessa leaned in. Eyes narrowing. Chain of custody intact. Uman's report holds. Kitty burst in, escorted by a guard. Ellie's good. Rune liet. Silen's frill softened a fraction. She turned to Rune. The exclamation. Rune straightened. Irrelevant. The human remains a variable. Emergency council vote. Invoke Protocol 19. Remove the threat before it destabilizes the throne. Nobles murmured assent. Bexa pounded his podium. Aye. Exil risks war optics. Execution purges clean. Ellie's gut clenched. Prove it fake. And they vote anyway? Silen's hand hovered over the seal pad. Her eyes met his. Affection word with crown weight. Kitty tugged her robe. Mama, no. Vote called. Silence said. Voice steel. Taliolo spun. Ayes piled. 1, 4, 3. Execution scheduled at dawn. Jessa stepped forward. Gwyn, D. Silen's gaze hardened on Ellie. Pledge hold still processed. Protect my son. Ellie nodded. House it. Bruce frills curled smug. War outside. Platt inside. Escooped Kiri again. Palacedrores captured it all. Feats live galaxy-wide. They retreated to the core bolts. Bulk doors hissed shut. Kiri trembled in Ellie's arms. They hate you.
Not all.
Ellie checked his pad. Oncoming Krell signatures, dozens. Jessa patched through. Human bouts secure. But Vanguard pushes inner ring. Your jam tech, adapted for corridors, already on it. Ellie unpacked his kit. Found blades aside. Real tools now. He read the pulsimeter from pallet scraps and a bent grid. Human ingenuity. Improvise. Protect. Silene entered, alone. Air presence filled the vault. Queenly poise. Amid red emergency lights. You saw the code glitch before the breach. How? Pattern recognition. Ellie calibrated the emitter. No brack. Hoost. Fact. Drones, uploads always glitch on final frames. Sloppy. She knelt beside Kitty, frills brushing the boys, watched Ellie work. Console forces my hand. From stability, demand sacrifice. Kitty clutched her. Ellie stays. Ellie met her eyes. Steady. Flashes in words. It's action. Let me prove more. A blast rocked the vault. Alarms wailed. Jessa's voice crackled. Krell in the family wing. Human, your move. Ellie slapped the emitter active. Hamfield Bloom. Corridor fits. Went dark to invaders. Grid locked. They are blind. Silence stood. Gessa, converge on family wing. Ellie comes. Rune's voice overwrought comms. Queen protocol locks, non-royals in vaults. Silent tone brooked. No argument. She gripped Ellie's arm. Warm. Firm. A spark jumped. Not just duty. They charged out. Krell warriors hulked in the corridors. Scaled brutes. Claws scraping walls. Jessa's team, fire pulses. Ellie flanked, emitter in one hand, scavenged stun rod in the other. One Krell lunged at Kitty. Ellie body checked it. Human mass low, leverage high. Tackled the beast into a wall. Stun rod cracked scales. It thrashed. He rolled, pinned its neck. Snap. Kitty stared wide-eyed. You broke it. Protect. Ellie hold up. No gloat. Silene blasted another with her sidearm. Precise. Alien grace. Flank left. They cleared the wing. Bodies slumped. Jessa sealed the breach. Vanguard routed. Casualties minimal. Back in council. Nobles assembled, Friels limp from fear, room pushed forward. Execution stands. Uman's ham-sided, but threat persists. Ellie stepped up, but ready. Data doesn't lie. Neither do results. Siren raised a hand. Council, reconsider. Beck snarled. Ebon's the air too deep. Optics, Kitty yelled. His family. Silence. Silent gaze lingered on Ellie. Throne, teetered, runes, slate pinge. Newly cued, dawn approached. Execution block prep. Ellie stood firm. Palasafits zoomed in. Galaxy watched the human who fixed the fake and faced death anyway. Ellie marched into the council chamber, palms open, no immediate or rod in sight. Frilled nobles hissed from tiered seats, their scales glinting under glow orbs. Chancellor Rune loomed at the dais, slate clutched like a blade. Queen Silence sat throne high, her violet eyes fixed on Ellie. Prince Kiri fidgeted in escort formation beside Captain Jessa, small frills quivering. He reached the central dais, slapped his datapad down. It hummed, projecting holologs, bolt overrides, Krell takedowns, feed hacks reversed. Safety pledge, Ellie said. All actions logged. Hoods the facts. Rune's frills flared. Umam presumption. Execution. Kiri bolted from line. Jessa lunged but missed. The prince scrambled up die steps, slammed into Ellie's leg, clutches his thigh with tiny claws. Dad? Kiri's voice rang chamber-wide. My dad. Gasps rippled. Nobles recoiled. Slates buzzing. Room frost. Mandibles clicking. In Bay law, a hair's guardian call. Formal, binding Trump council votes. Dickity's wide eyes locked on Ellie. No mistake. Climbing stake. Saline rose. Her presence silenced the hiss. Prince Kiri invokes ancient right. Caretaker Bon. She descended. Robis whispering. Touch Kiri's crest. Gentle. Regal. Human. Ellie Mercer. You accept? Ellie knelt to Kiri's level, ruffled the boy's frills. Soft, like feathers under scales. Yeah, kid. Idu. Rune thrust forward. Majesty. Optics shatter. Human variable. Uncontrolled. Enough. Silen's voice cut crystal. Caretaker trial. Anthent gone let. 3 tests. Now. Pass. Claim family. Fail. Exile at down. Jessa nodded sharp. I administer security test first. Chamber sealed. Hatches lock. With clangs. Ellie scooped Kiri up. Light as a backpack. Boy clung tight. Tail wrapping Ellie's arm. Test 1. Threat simulation. Jessa trigger alarms. Holocrel burst from bends. Projections, buck claws, flickered, real force feels. One lunged at Kiri's perch. Ellie twisted. Shielded the prince with his body. Field claw raked his shoulder. Fabric tore. Skin stung hot. He dropped low. Rolled Kiri behind dice peeler. Stay. Grab it, a loose panel. Improvises shield. Block at second strike. Path still hummed nearby. He kicked it safe. Jessa fired training pulse. Hollow shattered. Threat, not prized. Human prioritized. Air over self. Pass. Nobles murmured. Rune scowled. Luck. Siling signaled. Test 2. Politics. Rune! Your challenge. Chancellor activated his slate. Hollow map bloomed. Border feeds. Forged leaks. Painting Ellie as a spy. Tiber trade pact. Seek waiver yielding human access. Or Kiwi loses wing privileges. Air welfare tied to throne stability. Kiri whimpered. No flying? Dad. Ellie eyed the map. Pact favored Bay alloys. Waiver gutted it. Galaxy feats watched. His face galaxy-wide. Pride tempted. Fight terms. Prove smarts. Instead, he pulled Kiri close. Kid needs skies. Scanned waiver code. Thumbed pad. Hacked append. Access logged. Monitored only. Signed. Dawn. Kiri flies. Rune blinked. Do yield leverage? For him, Ellie met Silen's gaze. Air frills softened fraction. Politics navigated. Aid first. Pass, Silen declared. Bixad nobles buzzed. Runes slate pinged. His leaks backfired. Waivers public now. Jessa stepped up. Final test. Pride. My measure. She tossed the stun rod. Ellie coded. Kiri perked. Chamber dimmed. Spotlights pinned Ellie. Jessa circled. Armored boots, thudding, prove belonging. Spa, me. No yield, no family. Runes smeared. Nobles leaned in. Galaxy fifths zoomed. Uman versus Bay Captain. Ellie set Kitty down gentle. Watch close, kid. Handed, rod, hilt first to Jessa. Unarmed, air frills spiked. Foolish, protect means smart, not show. A beacon. Jessa charged. Fist blurred, Vey speed, alien grace. Ellie ducked, human torque twisting low. Grab, hair wrist, flip leverage. She hit Matt rolling. Ip, fast. Kicked, high. A block forearm. Pine lanced, scales like armor. But a pivoted, swept her leg. Human mass grounded her. Pinned, without strike. Yield, Jessa tapped out. Rose grinning. Pride swallowed. Competence shown. Pass. Chains. Mix hisses. Kitty whooped. That one. Silene approached. Her hand brushed Ellie's torn shoulder. Warm pads. Spark again. Trials cleared. Caretaker earned. Droom block path. Majesty counsel Beto. Overruled. She pulled Ellie forward. Kitty between them. Family claimed. Human joins Bay. Nobles bowed reluctant. Feats exploded. Has human dad trends. But Rune's eyes narrowed. Slate hidden ping. Fresh plot cued. Ellie held Kitty tight. Felt Silene's gaze linger. Frone steadied for now. Dawn light crept through viewports. Execution block dismantled outside. Ellie stood with royals. Palacium alive. Jessa clapped his back. You fight dirty. Respect. Kitty tugged. Fly with me, Dad? Soon. Ellie scanned corridors. Shadows lingered. Crowd remnants. Orhorn's next variable. Silene leaned close. Voice low. Bond deepens. Care for us both? Her scent, spice power, filled his nose. He nodded. Always. Council dispersed. Whispers trailed. Human anomaly tamed? Ellie carried Kiri out. Palace gear's word. Fix for now. But Brune watched from balcony. Fingers tapped slate. Exil averted. Word brewing. In hair's wind, Kiri dragged Ellie to model fighters. Fix this one? Broke yesterday. Ellie knelt. Touche out. On it. Silene watched door. Frails relaxed true. First time. Ron's agent slipped bulky. Real one this time. Ellie torqued wing. Heard the click. Straighten. Ready to fly. Kitty beamed. Silene smile. Rare. Rail. Galaxy tuned in. Umandad. Alien throne. Story just started. Jessa burst in. Breach. Runes. Faction. Bolts. Cracking. Ellie grabbed Kitty. Go time! Silene drew sidearm. Together, they charged. Family forged in fire. Ellie slammed the vault door open. Blaster raced. Sparks flew from cracked consoles. Perez figures in Rune's livery froze. Data spikes hammed into secure terminals. Kitty clung to his leg, frills quivering. Silene sidearm, barked twice. Precise shots that dropped two intruders cold. The third bolted for a side panel. Jessa bouted a catacling him mid-stride. Gotcha. Ellie swept Kitty behind a console. Eyes scanning readouts. Red alerts post. Core financial ledgers downloading. Drune's play to bankrupt the throne. He yanked his forensic log package from his belt. Compact drive he'd compiled from hack slates and vault cams over weeks. Plugged it in. Green light flared. Wing. This ties Rune direct. Logs, pings, agent lists, council proof. Silene holstered her weapon, frills sharpening to blades. She snatched the drive, slotted it into the master terminal. Holo screens bloomed, timestamps, encrypted orders, runes, sigils glowing guilty. Captain now, secure the Chancellor. Full arrest, evidence sealed. Jessa nodded, cuffing the last intruder. On it. Guards, inbound. Ellie straightened, Kitty peeking out. The prince's eyes widened at the screens. Bad man Rune. Worse than bad, Ellie murmured. Done now. Alarms cut silent. Palace claxons reset. Silene's gaze locked on Ellie. Fierce gratitude in her slit pupils. She touched his arm. First public contact. Warm scales against skin. You saw it coming. Saved us again. Jessa dragged the prisoners out. Footsteps echoed. Guard squad. Ellie exhaled. pulse steadying. Competence won the moment. But Rune's web ran deep. Council chamber trumped 2 hours later. Ellie stood at Xyling's flank, Kitty tucked against her throne. Rune kneeled, center, Pete, bound, face stone. Jessa flanked him, blaster, loose, but ready. Council frills twitched, shock rippling through the chamber. Xiling rose, drive projecting the locks. Chancellor Runtal plotted bald breach. Financial sabotage, exceed leverage against this human. All assumeth. Rune's orders clear as crystal. Gasps, hissed. Forensic package from Eli Mercer confirms. Treason. Run's eyes flicked to Ellie. Venom poor. Lias, fabricated by the alien pet. Ellie met the calm. No flinch. It fixed, worse than stairs. Xylene's voice sliced. Council votes confinement. Guilty? Frills aligned, green, unanimous. Guards hauled Rune away. Espat, throne falls with him near. Door sealed. Silence broke into murmurs. Xylene turned to Ellie. You end this now. But Kitty needs more. Formal bond. Ellie nodded. Go clear. Protect the kid long term. Guardianship charter. Custody style. Limits my power. No throne claim. Focus on Kitty's safety. Council elders, Linden. One slate tapped. Drafted. Ellie pulled his portable terminal. Fingers flew. Earth legal templates adapted. No inheritance rights. Veto power only on hair threads. Palace oversight. Kitty's education input. Signed digitally. Protects him. Limits me. Silent reviewed. Frills easing. Balanced. Wise. Olaf Larrett. Ratified. Ellie Mercer. Guardian Prime to Prince Curie Bay. Kitty cheered, hugging Ellie's knee. Council nodded. Reluctant respect to Dunning. Palace Fitz lit up. Hash Guardiankin trending. But whispers linger. Rune's faction scatter, not dead. Xylene dismiss them. Ellie privatite, right, ace wing. Now, Ellie follow her through silk drape halls. Kitty scampering ahead. Jessa peeled off. Guard post. Door hissed shut behind. Inner sanctum, low lights, incense coils smoking, altar stone gleam, etched with veil lineage. Kitty climbed the cushion pile. Model fighters clutched. Xiling knelt by the altar, drawing ritual blades, ceremonial edge singing. Old right blood bond for kin. Kitty first. She pricked her palm. Then Kiri's tiny one. Prince winced but held steady. Drops mingled on stone, glowing faint blue, bay essence reacting. Guardian next. Ellie extended his hand. Blade cool, precise. Sting bit. His blood swirled in red-black. Mix. Stone ummed. Seal. Forming. Permanent. Silent met his eyes. Not just Guardian. Bond deepens. Mate terms. Pline. I claim you. Protect my line. Share my nest. Hair send spikes, spice and need. Frills flushed violet. Eli's pulse jumped. Human, alien, Lin blurred. It cared for Kiri. This extended it. Practical. Real. Accepted but clear. I'm yours. Kiri's no-ho measures. She pulled him close, scales to skin, lips brushed, alien firm, electric. Kitty giggled from cushions. Family fly. Bond sealed. He'd bill, but Kitty's yawn cut it short. Xiling chuckled. Later, public now. Grand balcony overlook palace sprawl. Feats lift galaxy wide. Thousands gather below. Nobles, staff, drones humming. Xiling stepped forward. Ellie at side. Kitty waving from his hip. People obey, she projected. Ellie Mercer stands as Guardian Prime. Charter ratified. He protects our hair. Cheers erupted. Frills waved. No more threat. Chance rose. Keen. Keen. Ellie shifted Kitty higher. Voice steady. One boundary. Kitty's safety outranks palace pride. Always. Murmurs rippled, but earned. Xyling's hand found his. Agreed. Throne events for family. Crowd roared. Feats exploded. Hash, human king official. Palace hemmed approval. But Ellie scanned edges. Shadows in upper tiers. Jessa signaled. Crowd remnant steering. Run's exile plot cued fresh agents. Kitty tugged Ellie's collar. That home? Home! Ellie said. Silene leaned in, breath warm. Ours. They turned inside. Paperwork bound them. Fire tested them. War whispered next. Jessa met them at doors. Charters ironclad, but runes slate pink from cells. One last variable. Ellie set Kitty down, toes itching. Fix it before it flies. Silene nodded. Together. Family, charge forward. Throne secured. King Provin. Ellie knelt in the play alcove, Kitty's broken fighter in hand. Torque wrench clicked, wing realigned. Prince beamed, Beth Dav. Silene watched, frill soft, first unguarded smile. Ellie handed the toy over, felt her gaze linger, promise heavy. Bet, alams, depler, yet but palace gears turned. Human dad etched in stone. Galaxy watched. Jessas combust. Incoming transmission. Runs, faction, off-world rally. Ellie stood. Time to clip wings. Kitty grabbed his hand. Silent drew blade. Bond held. Fight called. Down feeds confirm. Threat to kin. Ellie prep logs anew. Protection endless.